to loosen up your watercolors. I've got 8 really good tips in this tutorial to help you loosen up your watercolors, or just help you be loose in general, not necessarily even to paint a loose painting, but just to make you feel more relaxed. And we all like to feel relaxed and need a little bit of art therapy. So I really hope you find this tutorial helpful. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get updates of my latest tutorials. And if you have any questions about this tutorial, please put them in the comment section below, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. So, shall we get started? For a full list of the materials I'm going to be using in this demonstration, please see the description below, and there will be Amazon links if you'd like to purchase any of them. I'm using hot press paper, 300 grams, on a watercolour block. This is the source of my inspiration. It's something I painted last year, just playing with a very limited palette and just tilting and spraying, creating this abstract effect. But it's a good idea to, before you start painting, to maybe loosen up a bit with on the back of an old painting, which is what I pretty much did on my last tutorial that I published on YouTube. So tip 1, have a practice. Tip 2, don't use a photograph. Paint from your imagination. You can really loosen up, so you're not tightened up to think, I've got to paint this, I've got to copy this. Just try to relax and enjoy it and just have a play. Tell yourself you're just practicing and just see what happens. I'm just applying the paint here with a plastic card. I'm not even using my palette. I'm just using a recycled, or I've upcycled a little plastic box here that I could have thrown away, but I'm actually using it for my watercolour painting. It just loosens me up as well, just by using something like this and a plastic card. So I haven't got the traditional materials. I'm just using stuff around the house that I would have thrown away, but I'm actually using it for my watercolour painting. So tip 3, don't use conventional watercolour materials. You can be very creative this way, just using a plastic card or a palette knife or something and just playing. I'm applying Prussian blue, ultramarine and quinacridone rust. You could use cobalt blue if you don't have ultramarine, a bit of phthalo blue or turquoise if you don't have Prussian blue, and if you don't have quinacridone rust, you could use burnt sienna. You don't even have to use any of those colours. You can just play. Just use the colours that you've got lots of, that you want to just experiment with, and you don't want to use your expensive favourite colours. You know, just play around. I'm using a pipette here just to get the paint moving and tilting to get it moving. So tilting, spraying and pipetting, if there's any such word, are other ways of loosening up your watercolour painting. You can see here I'm using a plastic card to draw with the paint that's already wet there, and to use it to draw with it to create these little circles, to create the look of little stones. Another way of loosening up your watercolours is to use mixed media. I'm using some Brusho, and for those of you that have not heard of Brusho, I'll put a link in the description below where I've made a video all about Brusho, but it's fun to use. This is light brown. I'm tapping it onto the wet surface to create all this yummy texture. I'm using a plastic palette knife here as well, just to sort of move around this thick, creamy paint. And I'm using the paint in a very different way here, just like using it like oils and diluting, and just to create all these magical effects. So I've turned my painting upside down, and I'm just going to spray this creamy paint here. So I'm not even touching the surface of the paper, just letting the paint do the talking, as it were, and just getting this look of the sky by letting it all run down, just releasing this paint by spritzing it with the Spritzer bottle. Now my painting is taking on a life of its own, so just go with it rather than sort of sticking to what you started out with. Go with what the painting is doing. So tip 6, just go with it.
7 is, and it's a traditional one, it's there, we all use it, is working wet in wet. You know, wet into wet, damp into damp, just going for it, tilting and spritzing is great because that wets it, but just working wet and wet really does loosen up your watercolour paintings because the watercolour has a mind of its own. So that's why I was saying just go with it as well. But yeah, working wet in wet, which can be scary, but if you practice like this, not so scary because you've got no sort of strict boundaries here. You are just playing. My last and final tip, there are others actually, but I wanted to keep it as simple as I could, was to spatter. Now I do this as a personal thing for me. I actually spatter right at the beginning sometimes to tell myself to keep loose and not to tighten up. So if you're one of those, you just feel almost like you're spoiling your painting, but it's to remind you, don't tighten up. I think that's the worst thing, I personally think, for me. But the painting process is so much more enjoyable, but I love to spatter the end of my painting. And the reason why is that it makes me finish. It's the less is more, you know, not overdoing and not overworking your watercolours, which is one of the worst, I think one of the biggest problems in watercolour painting is they get muddy. So by, you know, having that little spatter keeps you loose, but stops you getting the painting muddy. You almost finish your painting before the end, is it, if you see what I mean, keeping it lovely and fresh. And this is part of my just go with your painting. I had some little dots in the sky, maybe from a spatter, maybe from the Brusho, but I'm just going with it. I'm making something of it. It's becoming part of my painting by painting these little birds in the sky with my size 4 brush, wet on dry. So here is the finished painting, and I had a little bit of help from my son who put this sort of illusion of a frame around the painting so it looks like it's really being framed, but it gives you an idea what it could look like if you had it framed. I really hope you found this tutorial helpful, especially with all the tips about how to loosen up your watercolours. If you'd like to watch the longer version of this as well, it is available on my Patreon membership. I go into a lot more depth, especially about the techniques that I used. Details about that can be found if you click the top right hand corner of the video. If you don't see a link there, just click the link in the description below. And check out my new website, it has lots more details there also. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments section below. Thank you again for watching. Happy painting. Bye for now.